we need to ask the right questions. And this is what I will be proposing you now here. The first key Agile value for unlocking the potential of your teams is accountability. And the key question for accountability is, do you know what you're accountable for? And if you get answers like, I just code test my tickets, it's not good, because it will mean that people are trapped in their routines. If you get another response like, oh, I'm just responsible for a team of 24 people, it's wrong again, because you do not need to be responsible for the team. You need to be responsible you need to be not just responsible, but accountable for what that team produces, what value that team gives to the company, right? And and in agility, this means ownership. So this means ownership. It's not just responsibility. It's not just accountability. It means owning. Know what you own in your company. Know what part of the process or what part of the product you own in your company. Is learning. And learning is an important part of agility. We always talk about agility when something, okay, I need to be able to fail to learn more. And this is what learning is all about, but not just that, as I will explain here. So the key question for learning is, do you think you're safe to fail? And if the answer starts with, oh, no, I never fail. Okay, something's wrong, because if people never fails, you'll never be able to do things differently and never be able to improve. So wrong answer. So, and at the other hand, if you get it, okay, no, I avoided it at all costs. Okay, wrong again, because no one is perfect. And you need to be able to fail to be able to learn, but fail safely, right? Have a space for that. And not just fail for the sake of failing and thinking that you're learning. So how you do that? So learning is about creating a learning culture. It's not just about formal training. Like, these things are important, they need to be there, but it's not just about that. I got a lot of companies that comes with me, okay, Eduardo, we have full of learning here. We have formal training for everyone, but it's not just that. Like, we are talking here about much more profound things, not just hard skills that you get doing internet courses, right? And it's not just about cycle reviews. Like, I have a lot of customers that tell me, okay, I have cycle reviews, I have continuous improvement. It's not just that, right? You need to make people part of the solution, not part of the problem. I love a concept that is in the market out there that is really making a lot of success, that is called psychological safety. And psychological safety is about giving people a work environment that they are trusted to fail, giving people a work environment that they feel that they are included, that they feel they are part of that, right? So we need to create a learning culture with psychological safety. The next value that we have here is motivation. So how you actually motivate your teams, how you actually make the link for people to come to work every day motivated, so they know what they are accountable for, right? They know that they are actually in a learning environment. So this is how people are motivated. And the key question for motivation is why? You remember the power of W's? Like, people always emphasize a lot about that, but why is a very important question. And why you're doing this? And if the question starts with, okay, because I'm told to. I think people are really not motivated here. In the other side, if just for the money, come on, people are not motivated enough, right? Money is part of the compensation package and it's part of keeping people motivated, but it's not about that. It's not about opportunity. People need to know what they are part of, need to know what they're producing, and need to actually own the results of what they're doing via accountability. So the key things about motivation are sorry about that. Let's come back. Okay, it starts with a clear vision. right? So if your company do not have a vision, if you start asking people, do you know what the vision of the company is? People need to know that. People need to know why they're doing the things and what part of what they do are linked to that vision. So I know companies always have a vision, right? But are this vision really cascaded down to the teams, right? They're just not beautiful words in a presentation. They're not just words that people review in the all hands meeting. So this really needs to be fed from above and cascaded from above, but broken down from below into achievable goals. When you actually get what your people do broke down into achievable goals and link it to a vision, they will really be motivated. So if you get the results of your sprint and can link that to the company vision. The next value here is autonomy. And when you talk about autonomy, autonomy is like really the epitome or the promise of Scrum and any other Agile methods, like really having autonomous teams. And the great thing about autonomy is that if you actually do not have all of the other dimensions balanced well, you never get your autonomous team, because autonomy together does not make any of these things work well. So the key question for autonomy is, do you think you have the necessary autonomy to do your job? And if the answer starts with, how I can give autonomy if they do not know things, right? How I can trust people if they do not know what they're doing? So yes, as I talked before, and then if this is the answer that you're getting, you need to raise the maturity of your team. So you need to be able to identify via learning what they need to learn, right? What we need to invest on, what I need to spend time on working with my group. And a great way of doing that is really starting a learning culture, right? It doesn't need to spend, you really do not need to spend money. You do not really need to have budget. But if you have people that know more about it, about something that others, you create that space. So you create a session that Nick will share about the GS framework that is fantastic that he's using. Share it, right? My DevOps want to share about the CDCI tool that we use, right? That about the pipeline he had just created, step by step, so everyone would know. So it's not just enabling by giving tools, but enabling by sharing knowledge. So yes, this is not the answer to this question. And another one, like, my manager never listened to me, right? And this would be okay, a great indication that you need to work in autonomy. And another great thing of autonomy is that you can start with little things. It's a daily exercise. So we start with, okay, let the team decide the time that they want to do a meeting. Let them decide the tool that they're going to use, the editor that they are going to use on their desktop. You really do not need to have standardized things for everything. The standards are fantastic, but they are good to set minimum boundaries and never to limit improvement. So again, listen to your team, and you can start giving autonomy on the little things. People need to know that they're being heard, right? Of course, this needs trust. And what's the way of really getting trust? Start with little things. Start with little things, and we go from there, right? Giving people autonomy step by step, and can start trusting them to do the things and go from there, right? So this is how you actually work autonomy with your teams. Again, autonomy goes alongside with all of the other values, so it's not just autonomy, but without autonomy, your teams will never be able to improve, and without all of the other values, you'll never be able to get up to autonomous teams. Victoria, how we are with the timing here?
We're a little behind schedule, so did you want to go to the first exercise?
No, I need to pass through 4 slides very quickly to propose the framework, then we go to there.
Okay.
So based on all of that, I created the ALMA framework that represents the essence of your company.